Hey, it's your boy GPAC REACTS. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let's get to it. Come on, Diddy. Come on, Diddy. There's another female came out, a model named Crystal McKinney. She was 17 years old when she turned to a model, and some clothes designer in New York introduced her to Diddy. And she said they were smoking a little marijuana and they passing it around, and she was thinking it was laced with some. She fell out. She was kind of woozy. But to give you guys a backstory, Machine Gun Kelly said Diddy did the same thing to him. See, this is leading up to the young lady. So all these people cannot be lying when the same thing happened to them at different times in different years. So I'm gonna let Machine Gun Kelly tell you what happened with him and Diddy when they was a little weed.
Okay, so I know what it was. I was partying the day before yesterday. Yesterday, I had smoked something that Puffin gave me, and it was like it was as if I had partied like 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. Have you seen Get Him to the Greek? The movie?
Yes, yeah.
Remember the Jeffrey scene? Smoked it here. Here's a Jeffrey.
Oh yeah.
And like it's supposedly like all the things mixed in one.
Yeah.
That's
what you
I
had.
swear that had to be what it
And
is.
who gave it? Diddy gave this to you?
Yeah,
Who gave
yeah.
this? So you call him Puff. You call him.
Yeah, I call him Puff.
I don't know what to call the guy. He changes his name, like once a year or whatever. So he gave you this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll look out. Like I was like, I'm about to go to the airport. I need someone that'll knock me out. I mean, it totally did the opposite. I was.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. That boy Diddy. Maybe it's because I'm too young, but he did a pretty good job of of curating his image, because like he never came off to me as the type of person that was, which I believe MGK, by the way, especially that boy definitely. You know what I mean, he's doing something. So don't mistake what I'm saying for me not thinking that he not believing him, but he could have fooled me. You know, if somebody said, "Nah, Diddy doesn't do coke, like he don't do crazy drugs like that," I would have been like, "Yeah, nah, he don't seem like that." You feel me? So I feel like
See, that's how Diddy pass off. The smooth, cool, calm, collected, rich player guy. He got pedicure, manicure. He dressed head to toe. You never see Puffy outside without a haircut. He's on boats, yachts. He got the best thing. He live in Champagne, and that's how he trick you. Oh yeah, come on in, man. Don't worry about. Oh baby, I got you. Oh, you look so good. And like, oh, what is that you wearing? See, Diddy is a real slick guy. I heard allegedly he's a master manipulator, and he do a great job at it. Because all these people are not going to keep coming out with the same story. But Cat Williams said this was going to happen. This was going to be the year everyone to get exposed. So this is what happened. So back to Machine Gun Kelly.
oh snap, hold on a second, hold on, man. He not done yet though.
I was doing crazy dance moves to the weirdest music for 20 minutes straight, like while he was on the phone, and I was just outside the window looking in while he was looking at me like, man,
This guy's
this
tripping.
kid's nuts. Like, but the funniest part was he was like, all right, man. He was like, oh, okay. This. So the thing was, I said, do you have any? Can I get some? Do you have any? Whatever. And I just wanted someone to go to the airport, just to last me so I can knock out on this flight. He's like, yeah, I'm my guy. So he goes down, comes back up with his stuff, and the guy shows Puff. And I was like, no. I'm trying to give him like the. He said the Snoop Doggy Dog is what he said he's trying to give me. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I want yeah. What is that? What's up with that? Where's that?
Sounds good. Whatever the hell that is.
Like where's that? So long story short, he finally finds it. He's like, oh, here you go. He's like, now my guy said take four hits and like stop.
Right.
And we didn't.
I just kept going.
So, yeah. And so like he was like come back up in 5 minutes. And I mean, when I tell you I came back up in 5 minutes and like had a result for him, like you know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
Now, does he smoke any of this, or is he?
Nah, I
You heard what he told him? Take 4 pulls of this and come back up in 5 minutes, and you're going to be feeling real like, allegedly, a little. So what did he give him to tell him about come back? He knew when it was going to kick in 5 minutes, you're going to be a different person. So I guess that's when Diddy allegedly take advantage of you when you get a little alleviated off of whatever it was he was giving them. So I'm going to go to the young lady's story, the model that's filing a new suit against Diddy.
What Diddy was capable of, and then seeing him lie about it and painting Cassie as this money-grabbing blackmailer, I don't believe a word this this man says anymore. And I don't know how anybody's gonna. And so as I now look at this new claim coming in, it's going to be hard for this guy to get a fair shake because honestly it sounds very believable and very similar to this before. And this isn't just some allegation, mind you. This woman has now filed a lawsuit in a court of law. She's putting herself out there. She's putting her name out there. And it's a heartbreaking, horrifying story that honestly sounds very likely. Now again, due process and everything else, but Diddy has now just ruined any sort of credibility he could ever have by lying so badly, so aggressively, trying to paint an actual victim that he knew was a victim as the bad guy. I mean, he's screwed. He's absolutely screwed. So I want to go through this new allegations, and I want you to now look at it with the lens of what we now know about Diddy and see where you guys stand. So the model in question is named Crystal McKinney. Now, she was 17 years old, guys, when she became a model, winning it through this MTV True Life model. Here's a quick little snippet.
Hi, I'm Crystal McKinney from Savannah, Georgia. I won MTV and IMG's model mission for 1998. Congratulations, Crystal!
So she won this modeling
So crazy.
contest.
That's nice.
And then became a top model and got big gigs through MTV and the partnerships and other things became part of this whole thing. They followed her through, I guess, this True Life MTV series that it worked back then. But she was a successful working model. A few years later, as she was 22, this is in 2003 when these allegations happened, she was invited to a men's fashion week event in downtown New York. She met Combs at the event and then was invited back to his studio. Now I'm going to go through the claims here. I got to be careful how I read them. But warning, this does get more intense. But I got to read it as carefully as I can. But here's the lawsuit. I want to go directly to it to actually paint a picture of what she says happened. So again, she was 17 when she won the MTV Model Mission, televised competition akin to Miss America, and was awarded a contract with IMG. Her career then took off. She modeled for Tommy Hilfiger jeans. She was featured in Macy's, Elle, Cosmopolitan, Mademoiselle. She also made appearances in television and film programs such as TRL, Fashionably Loud, True Life, a movie with Joan Rivers. Her international modeling gigs took off in Germany and Australia. 2003, when plaintiff was 22 years old, a fashion designer. She doesn't name interesting enough, but I'm curious if she's not putting the name there to try to start the ball rolling and then reveal more if need be. But this designer invited the plaintiff to attend Men's Fashion Week held in downtown New York. At the time, the plaintiff was engaged in modeling gigs in Miami, Florida. The designer told plaintiff that he would be introducing her to Combs, which could advance her modeling career. The designer began to direct plaintiff's appearance as he sought to ensure Combs found her attractive.
What they said, she was a successful model, modeling for Tommy Hilfiger and Macy's, and this guy, she ain't gonna name him, introduced her to Diddy. Diddy found her attractive and went from there, started asking her weird things. She said the same thing Machine Gun Kelly said. They were smoking marijuana and they passed her a spicy joint. So I'm gonna let you guys finish hearing the story.
To do and put on display for others in attendance. I mean, this is just messed up in the first place. I mean, this is the modeling scene, or at least it was back then especially, where you're sort of thrusted in. You want to be famous? You want to get these gigs? Well, flirt and be happy and do it, or else this is going to be a game changer. Diddy's going to change your life. This is the kind of stuff that's then offered to these women, and they feel obliged to sort of play along to an extent until it goes too far. She then sat down in an empty seat next to the designer, but he insisted that she sit directly across from Combs. Again, all this like weird grooming to like sort of make sure Diddy's seeing and looking and attracted to her. Once seated, Combs made a very public display of coming on to plaintiff in a sexually suggestive manner, which continued throughout the dinner. So I guess the designer at that point's like, ching, game on. For others to hear, Combs bestowed compliments on plaintiff by stating, for example, that she was beautiful and that her eyes were gorgeous. Later, and at a more intimate volume, Combs told plaintiff was going to make it a big one. Was going to make it a big day. Was going to make it big one day as a model. Combs went on to tell plaintiff that he had power in the industry and was going to help her advance her career. Combs provided plaintiff with his phone number as a gesture of good faith.
What he told her, he got power in the fashion industry. Baby, I can hook you up. He gave her his number, and the rest went from there. See, these guys, they trick these young girls. They promise them all these things. You want to make it big? You got to do this. You got to do that. Well, I got to do this. All the girls done this. That's what they tell them. All these girls have been through it. So what about her? Oh, yes, she did. All of them do it. This is just what we do to get on.
Plaintiff with alcohol throughout the dinner to be repeatedly refilled with glasses of wine after the meal ended. He told the plaintiff that he wanted to get to know her better. Combs asked plaintiff to call him a bit later. Plaintiff felt confused but hopeful that Combs would fulfill his promises to help her career. I mean, look, I just need to say this to any women out there, or parents telling their kids who are modeling, this is never a good thing. Anybody who's like, hey, come hang out, drink, I'm going to help your career. Red flag, red flag, red flag. That's not how it works. It's not how professional people do it.
Heard what he said? He keep telling her, give her another drink, filling up, trying to get her drunk so they can take advantage of them. And they probably drop something down your drink. To all you lumpy ladies, that's not the way to go. But if you want to go that way, it's on you. All you got to do is say no or just say hell no.
Do not just succumb to the I'm going to make you famous angle, because usually that's just to come on to say, hey, come back to my place. Arrived, she found that Combs and several other men seated together. She found that they were passing around a bottle of Hennessy and joints. After the plaintiff sat down, one of Combs' associates asked her, do you smoke the MJ? To which she responded affirmatively. Combs' associate replied, you've never had it like this. Plaintiff later came to understand that it was laced with something other, some other substance, which is another reoccurring story in this Diddy story. Combs passed her the J. Plaintiff took it and felt it was very powerful. Although plaintiff insisted that she had enough after that, Combs told her to do more, telling her that she was acting too uptight. Plaintiff felt as if she was floating. Seeing the plaintiff was very intoxicated, Combs demanded that she follow him and physically led her to the bathroom. Now, I'm going to take it off screen because I'm going to repackage this in the best way I can, but it doesn't end well. In the bathroom, Combs then proceeds to make her do some things. It starts with kissing, and she makes it clear she never said yes. Combs then puts her face in a private area, and says to S.
You heard what this evil monster did to her? Took her in the bathroom, got all hot, hit it. You're acting all uptight. And put her head allegedly down by his crouch area and told her to you know what. Man, this is crazy.
All the way. She was panicked and physically sick. Afterwards, Combs led her back to the studio. Upon that point, she felt more woozy and lost consciousness. She awoke in shock to find herself in the back of a taxi cab heading to the designer's apartment. So again, who is this designer? He must know more. She.
Y'all heard it. They threw on the back of the cab like a piece of trash. And it's your boy GPAC REACTS. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Diddy, it's over for you.